Hey there, Stationery Squad and Inky friends. Welcome back to my channel. This is Kristen Creates, and today we've got another episode of Inking with Friends. Yes, you heard that right, because there's only so many inks that one person can buy. It's a little like those farming games, cozy games, I think is the new word, right? You have to have friends to get all the things. Even, what we know is that fountain pen people are the friendliest people and the most generous. So there's lots of people to swatch or swap. If you've never done an ink swap before and you would like to do one, hey, reach out to me. I have enough ink to last through the grandchildren that I don't have, and their children's children, and maybe even their children's children. So if the world is still together in one place in 300 years, some of my ink will still be there. I don't know how good it'll be, but I have enough. At any rate, I got a little squirrel moment there. If you'd like to do an ink swap, reach out to me on Instagram. I love to swap. And today we are looking at inks that I got in an ink swap with Jessica. I met her on the Simonis Discord, and now I got a chance to meet her in person. She was able to come to a pen meetup. Ink swatching tools. Of course, we have our Wonderland 222 notebook. We have our ink station with ink samples loaded up. Are you ready for the spin? Woo! Okay. And then what I am super excited about. Well, I've been looking at nib holders for a while, but kind of mixed feelings because I have mixed feelings about my Kakamori. So, but it's working better with the toothbrushing tip. Brad at the Pen Addict just released a nib holder. It's a collaboration with Turnt Penco. Are they both Pencos? And River City Pencos. I don't know how I want to say that. All right. So, but it's called the Ink Thrower. Better name. Oh, the heat is here. It's the middle of the summer, and I thought just a flame throwing was a fun design. I don't have anything quite like it in my collection, although it does match up pretty well. New Bone Crusher pen. So, but can you see? I don't know if the camera's going to pick this up if I ever get it in the sunlight. This little section here is like translucent orange. And if you've watched a few of my videos, the Pen Addict also has this Fire on Fire on Fire from Robert Oster. And sometimes I just sit here and watch the shimmer go back and forth. So now I don't have to worry about the ink. I just can stare at the nib holder. Okay, let's get into this, shall we? Here are the inks that Jessica picked out from my collection. I think she picked out a nice bright summary set. So, and a couple bits of shimmer and then some subtle shading in these. All right, the first one is one of those, like, it's trending. Lots of people are talking about it. I'm probably a couple months behind on the trend, which is just fine. So I'm a walk your own path kind of girl most of the time. This is the Kobe Felicissimo. Try and get my nib here. It's wide. It's wide as strawberry chocolates. Strawberry milk chocolate. Okay, it's one of those dusty pinks. Could it be that my Kakamori is working better just because it really likes its nib holder? Could it be? Yeah. So that's a pretty nice pink with a touch brown in there, which is, I think, where the chocolate part comes from. Okay, let's stick with the pinky families. I think there's another soft pink in here. When Jessica sent this, she sent a nice little letter that went along with it and swatched the inks and also gave me some tips. Said these all behave nicely, except for this next one, Wearingeul 12th Night that I'm about to swatch. Tends to swatch a little dry. So let's give it a shot. It's got a lot of shimmer in there. Let's see what happens. How do you think maybe it's the shimmer inks that cause some of my problems with the Kakamori? But am I going to stop using shimmer inks? Nope. But I don't know that I got a whole lot of shimmer in this sample. Well, maybe there's some there. It's like this bright, really multicolored shimmer, silver, blue. Dries down, it's starting to show up. This next one is on the other side of the pink spectrum. We're moving into our violet red tones on the color wheel. And it is Wearingeul Pride and Prejudice. Ooh, that's bright magenta. Oh, I like that. I've really been in with these colors for a lot of this year. It's Saskatoon Berry, I think, started it. I've had Tom Studio Raspberry Sorbet. I picked up Sulfurino. We'll see how close those things are. But this one's right up there. Whoops, what else? I forget how I'm doing this. And from there, I picked out some blues. So this is a blue and red kind of blue, teal blue. Our friends in Maryland and the crabs. So this is Colorverse Blue Crab from the Colorverse Across the USA collection representing Maryland. Like I need to draw a little crab. The bookish artist, Mandy from the bookish artist, is rubbing off on me. Must doodle. Next up we have Diamine Ink Vent 2019 Blue Peppermint. Brilliant teal blue with blue shimmer. I think my Kakamori nib likes its new home and holder. It's behaving much nicer than it usually does. The last color in the swap is Sailor Shikiori Shito Shito. Some more green leaning teal. Okay, we're gonna, with the exception of Shito Shito, they're almost all dry. So we've got some fast drying ink. I don't know if we can, well, there you go. There's some shimmer in 12th Night for you. I don't know, and maybe a little bit of shimmer in Blue Peppermint, maybe. All right, let's see what we can find in terms of matches for these. I think Kobe's Strawberry Chocolate and 12th Night are actually pretty similar to themselves, with, of course, the 12th Night having this shimmer. I think Billowing Blush from Ferris Wheel is a nice complement. These as Cherry Blossom, a little too pink. Sailor Sakura Mori, also a good match. for these. So when you can see it in the back and the writing, the Kobe is a little brighter pink in the Tomoe Astrology, and we've got cream Midori back, and then we get the brown coming in on the 12th night. So there is a subtle difference in the paper type. Then we've got Wearingeul Pride and Prejudice. There he is on the different types of paper. Say it kind of fits in with Tsujuji. I'm never going to be able to say it right. Discontinued Pilot ink is still my favorite pink of all time, probably, because I like my pinks bright and vibrant. And yeah, let's see. Let's find our Tom Studio. So the Wearingeul is definitely more red in the top note, and then kind of its middle wash is similar to the Raspberry Sorbet from Tom Studio. So in the writing, see, we've got just more of that red popping in the violet from Wearingeul. Beautiful colors. Beautiful colors. I was thinking that it was close to Solferino, but Solferino has more of the violet undertones. So see how this is warmer in the Pride and Prejudice. So a warmer red violet in Pride and Prejudice and a cooler red violet in Solferino. Because we are practicing our color theory. Yes, we are. Shito is kind of a unique color, and it's got some ashy tones in it. So ashy gray underlying tones, which is great because that means I just didn't have a whole lot to match up with. Probably Diamine Emerald, Velvet Emerald is the closest. Well, it may not look that way on the watercolor because the Diamine kind of sits on the top. When you look at the writing, not a whole lot of huge difference. Violet, Emerald, Velvet. Did I say violet the whole time? Velvet Emerald has a little bit more green slightly in there. Are the closest for that one. Okay, for Blue Peppermint, here it is on its card. Nice shading in the writing. I think that it is very close to Teranishi Brilliant Mint. So we can say it's a little bit more green in the Brilliant Mint in the first and second layers of wash. Kind of fine-tune my swatch card sampling making now. So I think Brilliant Mint was like one of my first ones that I did with the new style. And I think somebody asked for a video, and I think I will make one soon with this whole system. How we've got going on. Oh, look at that. I didn't do any writing yet. Well, that's not helpful. I think it's also fairly close to Diamine Marine, but here's where we make that shift from the green blues to the blue green. So if we flip over the writing, here we can see they're very similar with just a little drop of blue in the Diamine Marine. I mean, I could be here all day with similar colors in this realm because, you know they are my favorites. I need to stop buying these colors. Okay, and then lastly, we have Blue Crab, and it is going to be very similar to Tsukio from Irishizuku, but not as rich. So this is kind of straight from the bottle, Water Pass 1 and a Water Pass 2. So Irishizuku keeping that blue color all the way, and then the Blue Crab from Colorverse kind of washing it out. But in the writing, I have to do a better job of nailing these sides down. So in the writing, you can really see how much more blue is in the Tsukio than the Blue Crab. All right, so let's take one last look at these. Which one is your favorite? Which one do you think will go in a pen first? I don't know. Wheels are starting to turn for August ideas, but probably when you see it, it's going to be August and you will know. At any rate, have a wonderful rest of your day. Thanks for taking a few minutes out of your day to spend it with me talking about ink. Until next time, keep ink on your fingers and keep being awesome. Bye for now. Oh yeah, hey, can you do me a favor? Hit that like, subscribe, and better yet, leave a comment so that we can remind YouTube that I'm out here in the new world trying this. The more people that do that, the more people get a chance to see it and play along with us because we're all farming for inks, right? Thanks again to Jessica too for this. I'm so glad I got a chance to meet you and swap inks. No, really, bye for now. Didn't get that even on camera. Okay, let's do that again.